failed to agree on a number of issues. The motion of no confidence against Mayor Athol Trollip, Speaker Jonathan Lowak and Chief Whip Werner Senekal was one of the main discussion points. Opposition parties ANC, EFF, UDM and AIC walked out, citing that they received the agendas late. The highly anticipated meeting was adjourned because it did not form a quorum. PA Councillor Marlon Daniels has now decided not to vote against Trollip going forward. And for more on this story, we cross to our reporter Jayed-Leigh Paulse, who's standing by for us in Port Elizabeth. Jayed-Leigh, so things turned out against the will of the coalition forces. What happened exactly?
It's a very interesting morning, I can tell you that much. I think we all thought that that motion of no confidence would probably sit today. But yeah, council started off, and then 10 minutes into council, we had an adjournment. Jonathan Levak, the speaker, adjourning because AIC councillor Chinona Buyeye is citing that, the agenda was handed to several of the councillors late. They did not know what was on that agenda, and that was illegal. So the DA whip, Werner Senekal, suggested that they should caucus for a couple of minutes and then come back, and then thereafter they would discuss what was happening in council. We saw that did not happen. The AIC, the EFF, the ANC and the United Front all walking out and leaving the Democratic Alliance alone in council. 10 minutes thereafter, as protocol, Jonathan Levak then announced that, they did not meet a quorum, and unfortunately council could not sit. But I think this is all at the backdrop of the Patriotic Alliance's Marlon Daniels now all of a sudden citing that he would not support the motion of no confidence that he in fact actually brought for today. We know that they met, several party leaders met last night in Port Elizabeth, especially Gayton McKenzie, the party leader of the Patriotic Alliance, and at the 11th hour the Patriotic Alliance pulled out, saying that they are not going to go ahead with the motion of no confidence, leaving the EFF and the UDM confused. Speaking to the Patriotic Alliance councillor Marlon Daniels, he told me that one of the reasons why they decided not to go this route was because the UDM and the EFF had proposed that Mongameli Bobani, one of the councillors in the UDM, that he should be the mayoral, the mayor, or sit for the mayoral position if they indeed were successful with that motion of no confidence. And Mr. Trollip was ousted, and this was the disagreement. They just could not get to a name. They could not actually agree on Mongameli as the mayoral position. And if you look at what has been playing out with the Patriotic Alliance and the UDM, it was the Patriotic Alliance that brought this motion of no confidence, and a week ago the EFF, the ANC, the UDM, everyone that was in that coalition that agreed that they would bring this motion, they said that no, they will sit down and they would put Marlon Daniels as the name forward. But at the 11th hour last night everything changed, and that saw the Patriotic Alliance saying that, they will retreat, they will abstain from voting today, which never actually commenced, and they will save the Metro. So for now, Mr. Athol Trollip still remains the mayor of Nelson Mandela Bay. It's yet to be seen whether another motion of no confidence will be tabled by the EFF or the UDM, but we'll have to see when the Speaker, Jonathan Levak, announces the next council meeting, possibly next week.
And Jayed-Leigh, just remind us of what the opposition's beef is with Mr. Trollip. What's wrong with him?
Well, we know that the EFF and the DA have had squabbled, throughout the country and especially in Nelson Mandela Bay. And I think the bone of contention is the land without expropriation. That is the issue. Last week, there was a statement that was released by the coalition parties, the EFF, the ANC, UDM, Patriotic Alliance, AIC and United Front, saying that they're going to support the PA's candidate, Marlon Daniels, as the mayor, and they are going to go ahead with the motion of no confidence. And then last week we saw spokesperson of the EFF, Muyiseni Ndlozi, issuing out a statement saying that they will not support gangsters. They will simply not support repentant gangsters and thugs. And they pulled out also at the 11th hour, which left the Patriotic Alliance and the rest of the coalition quite confused. And then last night with that meeting, I suppose they simply could just not agree, and there were several factionalism within that meeting, people saying that, or rather the EFF and the UDM saying that, you know what, Mongameli is the right candidate, whereas the ANC, AIC and United Front not supporting that. But it was quite interesting to see that the orchestration of them walking out of council today, with the ANC also joining them and leaving the Democratic Alliance alone in council. I suppose we'll have to wait when that next council meeting will occur to see if they still stand by that motion of no confidence or whether it will still take place.
All right, Jayed-Leigh, we're going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your reports. That was Jayed-Leigh Paulse reporting from Port Elizabeth.